I think I speak for most of us when I say that we all have that strong desire of building with someone, building a certain life that we know we can like rejoice when we have it together. But also at the same time, we like to entertain our option. Now, the question is, can those two go hand in hand? Welcome to another episode of Conversations with Simo under the Fast Session umbrella. So, the topic for today is you have options. Could that be a problem? So, back in the days, like me and my friend Ketam Zolini, we were conversating and he was telling me about this concept of having to start something and seeing it through, like how important it is for you to start something and see it through. So I think this topic is based upon that conversation that we had. So what he talked about is he says if they say you need to do like maybe a push-ups sets of maybe you have to do 50, you know, and then if in your mind while you're doing those push-ups you tell yourself that no, I can just stop at 25, and you already like while you're doing the push-up that is instilled in your mind, chances are you are not going to be able to reach 40, right? So that for me, like it raises some eyebrows because it lets me know that most of us we have this ability of contradicting ourselves in a way. We do want to build something with someone, but then at the same time, we'll be like, you know what? If I entertain these options, then I can be able to, to enjoy it. It's like having the best of both worlds actually. So it's like having a plan A and a plan B. Whereas sometimes when you're a person who is goal driven, it's important sometimes, to have that plan A, like no plan B, just plan A. You know that I started this thing and then I have to see it through. I started this thing, then I have to see it through. Because the key factor in this life, like one of the discipline principles that I've noticed, is the ability to be a person of your word, like to be a man of your word. So if you know that you are a man of your word, then it's easy for you to be able to conquer any challenges that you come across because now you've developed this mentality of I need to start this thing and then I need to see it through. So for me, this topic is very important. I don't want to lie. It's very important because it teaches you like how to train your mind into doing certain things, even though you know that you don't feel like doing them, but you have to do them. Because some of the things that we do, like while you're going through the process, sometimes you realize, no, like the destination of this thing may look like this, and it may not be the desirable results that you had. But then at the same time, you know that you need to see it through, like you have to see it through. Some of us have 9 to 5 jobs, but we are goal driven. There's a certain goal that we need to do, but we know the end results of having a 9 to 5 jobs, what it is. But still, you need to see it through. Like you don't make excuses. At least you need to cut down on the things that are your so-called guilty pleasures, right? So maybe for an example, if you watch TV, then that means you need to cut down on watching TV and then focus on your goals. So for me, like this is the most important topic that I've ever covered. Like you have options. Could that be a problem? Because I've seen it happen, even in relationships, where someone would be with the person that they know this guy genuinely like this guy is so in love with me. He can do anything for me. But then in a way, the fact that they know that there are some certain guys who are entertaining her, who are approaching her, it makes her or him like entertain those people, knowing very well that it can destroy the trust that took years to build, you know? So I think that's the power of options. When you know that you have options, in a way it can be detrimental to you, to your life, and to your livelihood. To a point that you know very well that it's hard for you. It's hard, but you can't go back because now that pride in you doesn't allow you to admit that you were wrong. It's one of the things that I covered in the book that that I'm working on. Like one of the A's, like to admit something that I took a part of this thing. Like you don't have to play a victim in all circumstances. So these things of us having options can be a problem, you know. But it's a question that I'm asking. So you just have to, please guys, let me know what you think about it. Let me know in the comment section while you're doing that. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you can be notified by all the things that we posting on the page. Yeah, so like as I was saying, you know, sometimes having options can be detrimental. And I'm not saying that you don't need to have options, but as much as you explore those options, what I would like to suggest is you need to, when you pick, like let's say maybe you've picked a plan A, behave as if there's no plan B, there's no plan C, there's no plan D, you know, because I know how that will train your mind into being able to conquer any situation that you face. Because in this world that we're living in now, it's so important to nurture the mind. The mind is the most important thing. And what you do, the things that you surround yourself with, the environment, you know, the environment is not only like the place that you're living in, it's the things that you put in places like where you usually spend your time. So if you surround yourself with books, then obviously you're going to be able to be a person who's reading a lot, who's learning to prune information, to differentiate the good and the bad. Sometimes the bad that is good for you and the good that is too bad for you, you know. So it's important for us to understand that concept of sometimes having options can be detrimental. I'm not saying that you don't need to have them, but you need to act as if you don't, especially if you know that you are too young, because that's a mistake that most of us we tend to do at a young age. We behave as if like, no, I got options, I still have time, I'm still going to be able to do this. So it's better sometimes to deal with something like see what those options hold and then be able to entertain the ones that you know you're going to stick by. I'm not saying like don't entertain options, but I'm just saying be assertive in every decision that you make, in every journey that you want to partake. Be assertive in it. So I'll post the link of that interlude that me and my brother Kesa did. On the it's in the projects that I did. It's titled Blessed. That's the name of the projects. The song is Kesa's interlude, so you can search it on YouTube. But I will also post the link on the description below. As usual and always, please take care of yourself, love yourself, and all the time, please, self comes first, others come later. Self comes first, others come later. So it's your boy Simo Sake, and I hope you enjoyed the show. The next episode, I'll post about what we're going to cover. And as always, I gotta love and leave ya. Conversations with Simo, your boy, is now signing out. Peace out.